Good evening, everybody. There's the green light. Let me go get. Let me go post this link on our website. Our website is jollyrogerukulele.com, and that is where we will be providing you with all the information you might need for. Whoops, I don't need this one. That's where you'll get all the information you need about the orchestra. And let me paste, shift, link, enter, edit, settings, open a new window, update, and let's make it bold, and then hit update. Hit update again. That should get everybody rolling through here. I can close that page out. And as soon as somebody wanders in, if you'll let me know how it sounds at your house, I'd appreciate it. I'm going to go post this link onto Twitter, jollyrogerukulele.com. And I'll use the photo right there, tweet. And let's see here. Okay, so there's all that. Let's see what's going on in these days. I did not get any new music posted this week for orchestra, but we do have 10 pieces of jazz that are available to us. That's about an hour and a half worth of music, and probably ought to be satisfactory for the moment. I'm going to pull up our list today. I think what we will do is, let's see, that's not going where it's supposed to go. Maybe it's just running slow. Oh my gosh, everybody made it in. All right, good evening, Sandy. Welcome in from Upper Michigan. Good evening, Carol. Are you buried up there in the mountains? Patricia's here. She's a local. Critter is out there in Utah. Sound is good, she says. Vic is up there from. Sound is real good tonight. Let me turn off the humidifier. That makes it even better. Amy, sound is great. She's in Wheat Ridge. Annie is in. She's a local as well. All of us local people have been out getting unburied. I ran over to the studio today to see if the ceiling was leaking, and I didn't have any leaks yet. So I feel like it was a good storm for everybody. Diane is in. Jennifer, good. Jennifer, I think we sent our storm out in your direction. Hopefully you're going to be okay out there. Michael is in. Permanent snow shovel grab. Yeah, he's just like, I can't play jazz tonight. Let's play row, row, row your boat. Janice is in from Australia. Hi, Janice. Yeah, we had daylight savings time. So for those of you on international clocks, we're in a new time slot now, probably for you. So thanks for negotiating the change. I don't know why we do it. It's what we do. Everybody hates it. Sounds good. Linda's in from Vancouver. I hear a fan, but that's fine. Yeah, that fan I just turned off. Now that fan's on. That's the heat for the room. I'm going to leave that one on. Marianne is in from Michigan. Happy to be here tonight. Good to have you, Marianne. Elizabeth, still cold up in northern Colorado. Froze, snowing. I went out after 2 o'clock. It's just beautiful outside. About 39 degrees. Everything was melting. It was just really, really beautiful. Main streets are clear at this point, and I almost got stuck in the alley behind the where my studio is, but shouldn't have been going back there anyway. Ought to know better. Sherry is in. Good evening, Sherry. Kat's in from Texas. Good to see you. Janet, welcome in. Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette. Pauline is in. Good to see you. Where are you from, Jeanette? Did I meet you yet? Pauline is in from Northern California. Rainy up in Northern California. That's exciting, right? Okay, it's still light outside. I know when we have daylight savings time, all of a sudden it's light at this time of night, which we all love. But you also feel like today, honestly, I was going to get a couple things posted for you guys. I was super excited, and I got home and I sat in my Archie Bunker chair, And I woke up about an hour before. I was like, well, that didn't happen. So lost a couple hours there just sleeping. But I feel good now. Mame is in. Felt like another I felt like a mini lockdown yesterday, didn't it? Rita's in from Illinois. Carol's in tonight. Only about 11 inches up in Nathrop. The front range got a lot, and the northern front range, west of Fort Collins, they're reporting, I can't remember the name of the mountain up there, 48 inches on that mountain, 4 feet of snow. Isn't that something? Rita's in from Illinois. Let's see, Jeanette Smithers. Okay, there you are. Hey, Jeanette. British Columbia. Sorry, Jeanette. I thought, boy, I think that I know her. In from Smithers. That's right, up a little bit north of Vancouver. And Jacqueline's in. All right, guys. So I didn't get you any more new music posted. That's probably okay. I'm going to go ahead and guess you don't have all of the music up and running and memorized at this point. So I think it's fine for us every now and then to just go down the list. And I don't remember if we had a plan this week or not. Did we? I think we started from the top of the list last week. Or did we start from the bottom of the list? I remember doing Beyond the Sea and feeling like it was fairly painful, but I think that was our first read-through on Beyond the Sea. So if one of you guys can give me if we had a plan this week, I don't remember the plan, and if we don't have a plan, I'm perfectly fine with you guys just tossing out some ideas of songs you'd like to play tonight, when we do that, you usually like to play your favorites, right? Which is fine. And I was going to tell you, Misty, I think I might have mentioned this last week. Misty, My Funny Valentine, and Nature Boy they're in the can. I just haven't been able to find some time to play them enough to where I feel confident in them. And so those are coming. And then, of course, Moonglow will come pretty quickly thereafter. And Satin Doll, Stella by Starlight, Sweet Pea, and They Can't Take That Away From Me. I haven't started yet. So those are our plans. Grab your ukulele, let me know what you want to play, or if we had a plan, let me know what that plan was. And let's play some jazz tonight. We'll play each piece first once or twice on ukulele and then once on baritone. To give you the opportunity to play both ways. And let's see who else made it in. Evelyn made it in. 20 inches of snow and totally dry driveway by 2 p.m. Thank you, Mr. Sun. Yeah, it's typical Colorado. We get all this snow and the next day it's fine. 1 inch of snow and it's still on the ground. Jennifer, you're out in the Midwest. It'll take a little while. All right, you guys aren't giving me any advice as to what you want to do. So I'm going to start down the list, and then if somebody says, you know what, let's do something different, then we'll do something different. Let's do All of Me. Let's go grab All of Me for ukulele. And let's give it a try. First thing, with this hard music, this high level stuff, you always want to take a moment to decide, all right, am I a chord person right now? Am I a melody person right now? Am I a tough uke person right now? I'm looking through this going, well, the first page of tough uke looks pretty darn playable. Hopefully that's something that you might be ready to tackle. Hardest part in this is you got some E7s that are a little fussy where the melody note is. And then, of course, as you get down to the measures 25, 26, you got a bar chord and then that wonky bar chord, that minor 6 shape where we have a trailing 4 on the second string. You took the down. Isn't that a cool chord? Minor 6th on ukulele are really, really fun. And then, of course, we have our high G7 sitting down there at measure 30. But other than that, everything on this piece of music is what we have. There's not too much jazz in it and a whole lot of stuff that we would expect. And so let's grab this and see what we do. We just did the newer songs last week. Okay, good, 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 good. Jennifer's into Fly Me to the Moon tonight. Let's see, and 20 inches in Bob's neighborhood. Yeah, very wet snow. Yeah, I will tell you, there's many not so great things about living in a condominium. But one of them is when it snows, you can just enjoy watching the snow because you have people for that. All right, am I sitting in the middle of the screen here decent enough? All right, let me get about there. Does that look okay? All right, all of me. Pretty playable. Pick your poison. Baritones, you're on chords, of course. From the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is that? Augmented from the top. Go. Second ending. And on last measure like that, you got 8 beats, right? What is the author or arranger telling you to do? Hold that, let the thing ring out completely. On a piano, you might get more than 8 beats, but you're not going to get that on a ukulele. And so they're just telling you, just hold that chord and let that whole thing ring out while your audience erupts into thunderous applause. So that's a very playable arrangement. I think that arrangement's got everything going right in there. Really like it. And I think as you are kind of putting a repertoire together of things you just enjoy playing, you're starting to think about, all right, what chords show up that I like? Which ones do I hate? I kind of hate E7 a little. I don't know why. It's just never been one of my favorite chords on the ukulele. But it works really well in that piece. And it just keeps showing up in different colors, and it's really pretty nice. Where I got blown out of the water at 32, I was there's my diminished shape. You know those. How I love those. And then forgetting entirely at measure 34, I've got that augmented chord sitting there. And augmented chords they don't show up very often. And when they do, they don't really have a particularly convenient fingering on ukulele. And so when you get a chance to do one, you're like, cool, I'm going to put one in there. The problem is you don't hardly ever see them. And so all of a sudden I was like, what in the heck is 0332? I'm fighting my strap here. I've been meaning to tighten it up for days, and just now realized I should just do it right now. And now you get to watch me struggle doing it. All right, let's do the baritone version of that. Let's go grab the baritone version. And this is where we find out whether ukulele players are tough or not, right? I pull this up. Ukulele players, you either have already gone through and written out all of your chords on here, or you're like, you know what, I'm a ukulele player, I'll just figure it out as I go along. Well, you got a G chord, and then after that, all heck breaks in this song. And so read through which chords you think you know, which ones are making sense for you, and then after class, you have to go look up the chords you don't know. I always tell people, all right, that's your punishment. You have to go look up your chord you don't know. All right, Amy gave me the thumbs up. Going well at her house. All right, ukulele players, I'd play the chords. Baritone players, you got your choice of melody, tough uke or chords. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've blown made so many mistakes on this first section. I want to start over. I was going to mention at the end of the last song, be thoughtful about tonality and overall shaping of your music here. We talked about it earlier today, but this is another opportunity to shape your music. All of me. Why not take, right? This should be a volume issue in addition to a pitch issue. Ba 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 bum bum bum. Can't you see I'm no good without you, right? So let those moments of swelling music swell in your volume as well. So let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the top. Second ending. Very nice. Crowd erupts into thunderous applause. Isn't that a pretty song? It just really plays well. Hopefully if you're on ukulele, you found a chord or two that you're like, C minor 6. I wonder what that looks like on a ukulele. Hopefully you found a couple that you can mark and be like, oh, I gotta go look that one up later on. Really nice piece, really nice tune. Let's see. Let's go grab, as time goes by, let's go do some Casablanca. As time goes by, ukulele style, please. And this is a little more challenging piece of music, right? So first of all, you're in G minor. That's not a everyday kind of key that we will be running into. It starts in G minor. It's gonna modulate into other things. It's mostly in G minor. It's really sort of on a D. It's on a D minor blank. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. This is very typical of jazz. About the time you're like, yep, I understand how keys work. Key of C, key of F, key of A minor. You know, when you start to get like that, and then you start messing around with jazz, and they'll have one set of keys, one set of chords going on in the bass and a different set going on in the melody, and they'll be adding in notes that make no sense and all this stuff. And so this is something to be aware of. G minor is a beautiful chord on ukulele, and it's where you're going to start this song at. but it's definitely not going to stay there. It's going to move around just a little bit. You're going to end up in some major feeling areas in this. You're also going to end up in some really truly D minor feeling arrangements on this, and you end up at the end with this F major 7. Right, so you're going to have a lot of stuff going on here that will surprise you probably. And then in terms of the tough uke, again, a lot of these jazz standards are meant to be played on piano, and so they have no limitations on how many octaves they need to cover, or that they can cover as many octaves as you need. Because they have an entire symphonic register sitting in front of them. And on ukulele we have an octave and a half, which is very similar to that little kid's toy, the little xylophone that's pink, has colors on it. We have a few more notes than that, but not a lot. And so we have to sometimes make adjustments because of that. So let's see how we do. Baritone players, you're on chords. Ukulele players, you can choose chords, you can choose melody, and you can choose tough uke. And whatever way you enjoy playing is going to sound amazing. I have this gnat has been in this room for about a week. It's either the same gnat or the gnat's grandson, but I'm going to lose my mind if he doesn't stop flying in my face. Fran says, I had trouble finding you this evening. Hope you're not snowed in. Well, we aren't snowed in anymore. We were snowed in yesterday for sure, but today we're back at it. Good to have you, Fran. Linda is in. We don't change the time. You're an hour earlier. I'm here now. Yeah, I know, guys. I know. And Hawaii doesn't change times. Arizona doesn't change times. Most of the world does not change times. For some reason, in the United States, we change time. And I should have included that in the email I sent out yesterday. If you didn't get the email yesterday, by the way, check your email box or your spam box. I did finally get an email out last night about 1 o'clock in the morning. So hopefully you've got that. There's not a ton of news in there, but I did get one out. I like to send those out at least once a month so that new people who would join the mailing list can figure out what they're up to. All right, as time goes by, play down to measure 8, come back to the top, play down to the bottom. Basically is how this works. You traveled in with the bananas. I don't know where they come from. This is Colorado. We don't have bugs here, and I have this one gnat that seems to just go all around the house. I don't know where. My wife has some plants out here, so I'm suspecting that maybe they're being born out of these potted plants out here. That's all I can think. I don't know where they come from. All right, from the top. 1, 2. Oh, it's very slow, guys. 80. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four, 5, 5. So this is the shape you're looking for. It's your F sharp shape on 4. F sharp minor shape on 4. Okay, there it is, and then D7 with a 5. 10, way up here. Well, that's on 12. High G7. Let's go back to the top. Your second inning. Triplet. B flat. with your pinky on 8, 7s, high G, two index and middle on the 3s, 2 and 4, and then middle and pinky on the 5s, 1 and 3, and that's that major 7th shape that we're going to see quite a lot, or I'm sorry, minor 7th shape, and then you got a bar on 3 and your A7 shape for a C7, and then major 7th shape. Okay, let's play it again. I would say that those last chords, while they're a lot of work, are totally worth it. Listen to what you got. 2, 2, 2. Right? That's a cool end. Okay, so the chords there really work. And I would say the only place I completely botched it was, where did I that mess? That measure 14, right? You've got your B flat, and then I just abandoned it. I need to abandon that chord because then you got 6, 5, 4 right after that, and then come back. So hit the chord, and then grab your melody notes. Other than that, I think everything makes sense in here. Hey, Kari, welcome in. Kari lives here in Denver, but she's also still on Mumbai time. Let's play it one more time. Okay, again, try not to. I think I probably picked up the pace as we went along, and that's not what we want. So nice and slow. Let your Humphrey Bogart run this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second ending. one's a little bit more work, right? That one kind of feel like, well, I'm all over the place. It really does work though, right? So I think for the most part, when you get to advanced stuff like this, finding the right chords to actually make the whole thing flow gets harder and harder. And yeah, so but I do think it works. As time goes by, baritone version. Let's find out what that one's like. I think that will put the ukulele players over the top. Let's see how this one comes along. All right. Kat. Oh, Kat gave us a heart, right? She's in love with that song. That's exciting. Let's see. And Kari says the chef was a little the chef was a little slow. Come on, is that the chef at Starbucks? All right. We tease Kari because she's always late to everything, but she shows up with a Starbucks. All right. She's not late to everything. She's just late to lots. All right. Let's try the baritone version of it. Everything should be the same. Here we go from the top. Ukulele players, your chords, for the most part, are factory issued chords, right? We don't have too many. They are too out of control. And so hopefully a lot of those you're actually going to know and give you a chance. I would say probably da-dum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Right, I'm probably thinking something just as simple as that. Might be interesting. Humphrey likes this one. Bob's in. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys like it. I really like the G minor 7th, A minor 7, D7 progression. That's what's the fun. I think between Tin Pan Alley and jazz, finding these wonky chord progressions that do turnarounds and that sort of stuff, it's such a joy. And you may or may not know this, but this is very open to negotiation when you are doing arrangements of jazz music. You know, a lot of times when we play jazz, you know, you go to the ukulele strum along and somebody hands out the words and the chords and you think that that's true, but in jazz it's not true at all. In jazz you absolutely can adjust the chords to be different things, to try different things, so a lot of times when I'm putting a piece of music together, you know, I'll check half a dozen different sites. So, you know, what are people doing chord-wise with this? And I'll get 4 or half a dozen different answers. And so you sort of have to start to channel what you feel like is the right thing for you on this song. And that's when it gets super fun with those, you know, chord progressions, chord turnarounds, and all that stuff. Super fun to work on. All right, from the top, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second ending. I love that turnaround. And you'll notice I made those half. Are they halves on the other one? Anyway, a little bit of differences here and there. I think it works. I think it sounds nice. I like it. All right. Let's see. Where were we at? We'll grab the list. You know what? Yeah, Beyond the Sea made people sad last week, so let's give you one more week to work on at home, and then let's agree that the following week we for sure will do Beyond the Sea. Let's go grab Blue Moon. And you notice me blaming you guys for it. I did not look at Beyond the Sea this week either. Made me sad, you guys. Yeah, it's you guys' fault. I don't want you to be sad. That and the fact that I really struggled playing with it last week as well. So Beyond the Sea will be put it on your homework list this week. That we want to knock that one out. All right, I've got the ukulele version of Blue Moon in front of me, and I'm peeking through the Tough Axe here and not seeing anything Tough Uke that's going to just completely destroy us, right? That's usually in jazz there's something, right? There's somewhere there's going to be this chord that's like, no, that doesn't make any, that's not going to happen. But it looks like everything on here is fine. Looks kind of long. We're going to go down all the way down to measure 32, which is clear over on the third page. And then we're going to come roaring back to the top. Okay, so 1 through 32, 2 times through, basically. All right, Blue Moon. Remember in the 50s they had the shoo-wop bands, Blue Moon, bum, 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 bum. That's not what I have here at all. I have Blue Moon, you saw me standing alone. Right, we have that version of this here. Let's see. Barbara says, lovely song. She's into it. Beyond the Sea is beautiful, but maybe not when played like a funeral dirge. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me. That's what you want, okay? And if you haven't come to accept the fact that sometimes playing melody makes sense, Beyond the Sea is one of those songs when the chords and the chord melody is so difficult that you really have to play it at funeral dirge speed, but you don't like it that way. Play the melody, right? Put your tick-tock on. Somewhere beyond the sea, right? And just play it that way, and that will be fun. And then your goal, of course, is to get the Tough Uke to be that speed as well. I wouldn't recommend it on that song because that song is really hard. But yeah, let yourself play melody sometimes. Honestly, it's perfectly lovely. And you can play all these songs pretty fast if you're sticking straight to melody. All right, Blue Moon. What are we doing here? From the top. 1, 2, 3. going to slow it down just for fun. Let's do funeral dirge speed a little bit, quite a bit slower. Ready from the top, go. That's fun. So we played it a little faster the first time and a little slower the second time. I don't think it matters. I think it sounds great in both ways. Let's go grab the baritone version of this one and see what that matters. Blue Moon Baritone. See what we come up with. Those of you who like to drink beer, there's a beer out there called Blue Moon. You can drink a Blue Moon beer and play this song. Or you can play this song and see if somebody will give you a free Blue Moon beer. All right, let's try the baritone version. Ukulele chords. Probably at this level, you guys know most of those, right? Probably. Yeah, it's probably if you're in this room, there's a good chance you already know all of those chords. I mean, E minor 7 is it's just that guy. And B minor is this guy. I think those are the only two that are a little bit less usual. Let's see. Blue Moon sounds like blue. you know how blue sounds, right? It sounds like that. Nice. All right, Bob. I don't know what that means. Bob is from the 60s, so Bob can hear color. All right, here we go. all y'all are from the 60s. Y'all can hear color. You know what he's talking about. From the top. Do the same deal. 1, 2, 3. To the top. Second ending. My note says 10 10 10 9. Yeah, 10 10 10 9 or 7. I'm sorry, 7 7 7 9. That's what you should trade out that 10 for a 9 to get that sound. 7 7 7 9. That's your C. That's a B, a D major 7, right? Is that D? Yeah, something, I don't know. It'd be a major 7, some color. So there we go. Nice. All right, we got only enough time to get in Fly Me to the Moon. Fly Me to the Moon. And I think we'll do a ukulele style. And so grab your Fly Me to the Moon ukulele style. And then, guys, one of you is in charge of reminding me that this week we skipped Beyond the Sea. We're going to for sure do Beyond the Sea. We'll do it first thing next week, okay? So next week we'll do Beyond the Sea first, and then Girl from Ipanema, La Vie on Rose, Moon River, and so on. So somebody has to remind me. Make yourself a note, because I won't remember, because it turns out from day to day in this petty place, as we plod along in this petty place from day to day, I can't remember a thing anymore. Fly Me to the Moon, ukulele style. You play all the way down to measure 32, and then you come back to the top, and then you play all the way down. Here's where the problem will be, and I promise you'll blow it if you don't have a yellow mark on your piece of paper. At the end of 26, you drop to 33, okay? And so you want to make sure that you are paying attention when you get to the end of 26, that you drop to 33. And it's really not easy going there. And so I gave you the little chord charts at 33, 34, and 35 up above there to remind you what's going on in the tough acts. And this was originally we arranged this for the new member group at the Rocky Mountain Ukulele Orchestra, and I would say this is one of those songs that ended up really being a huge hit, and one of the songs you may want to just spend a little bit of time on. So Kari says, hey, baritones measures 33, the diagram is wrong for G. I assume, Kari, that we are talking about Blue Moon baritone, measure 33. Yep, absolutely right. Thank you, Kari. And measure 33 on the, if you're not on baritone, you don't care. Baritones, you got I got a G chord, and that is a fix chord. Thank you, Kari. My software carries the chord shapes between ukulele and baritone. It thinks they're the same instrument, and so I really have to go through and double check very carefully on those things, and I still miss them. So let's see. Janice is sneaking out early. Let's see. Have to duck out now. Great songs, and hey, your singing was good. Yeah, all of the singing I did tonight was exactly what the correct amount. Thanks, Janice. Good to see you. Have a wonderful week. Say hi to Mary. All right, Fly Me to the Moon from the top. 4-beat count in. Channel your inner. What do they call? What did they call him? Sinatra, the director, the boss. It wasn't the boss. Master of ceremonies. What was he? What did they call him? They called him something. And he was. So channel that guy from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me sing. Sorry, let's go to page 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another great chord progression. Take just a moment before you run off to think about this. You're coming out of at 35. In other words, right? So you got this 8 in, which is really just a C note. No, it's not. What is that note? Yeah, it's a C. So you got this C note, and then you come in with this D minor, and then you're gonna on the tablature I've got G minor, or I'm sorry, on the tablature I'm giving you another D7, but I'm the ukulele players, the chord players, are tossing in a G7 there, so you kind of get this. Those go together really nicely, and you can actually play them simultaneously there, which is interesting. And then you've got I love, and then you've got a C6, and then you're playing this G7, but it's suspended with that 3 in there, and then a C major 7, which again we're adding a B note to it. And it just, I don't know, it's just cool the way jazz works. They just pick extra notes and throw them in there, and you can have absolutely competing chords as long as they're friends and all this stuff. Brilliant songwriting, really, really nice job for whoever who put this together. Who's the guy? Bart was killing it back in 1954. So there we go. Let's see. The chairman of the board. That was who it was. I knew you guys would know. You guys are always smarter than I am. Amy is the chairman. Old Blue Eyes was the other thing they called him, right? Old Blue Eyes. Very nice. Diane, the chairman. Evelyn, what a wonderful way to spend a Monday evening. Ecuador does not have a time. Ecuador doesn't have a time change, right? So yes, so I'm glad all of you guys were able to figure out that are international about when this is happening. I wish I'd have sent that out in the email. I apologize. We're going to have a bunch of people showing up here any minute being like, hey, how come you're already done? Critter, good to see you. She says we did nice tonight. Great night. Thanks, Pauline. Carrie, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Carrie and Sherry hanging out together. That's cool. Thank you guys for everything. I will try like heck to remember that we got to do Beyond the Sea first next week, and then we'll just pick it up from here. We'll talk, Beyond the Sea. We'll do both songs, Beyond the Sea, Girl from Ipanema, and then we'll do La Vie en Rose, Moon River, Smile, and maybe get to Wonderful World next week. So, and hopefully also next week I should have some, if I can get my act together to get this stuff actually posted. It won't be hopefully. We will have new music next week. So I don't like to play new music the first week. I like to go over it. I like just to give you the big overview. But we should end up with what it looks like almost 20 pieces of. I think that will be our goal. We'll get 20 pieces of jazz done this winter, and I think that'd be pretty sweet. So, all right, where did I leave off, guys? So great to see all of you tonight. Linda, beautiful afternoon for Linda, right? Because she didn't leap forward either. So Linda's hanging out. This is a sweet time for her. Vic, great songs. They are beautiful songs, aren't they? Michael came in late. Michael lives here. Michael knows there was daylight savings. Glad you were here, Michael. Patricia, we'll see you tomorrow. Jacqueline, good to see you. Jazz, good to see you. Jazz, I hope that ukulele is playing the way you want it. Annie, good to see you. Elizabeth, love these tunes. I love these tunes too. Seriously, guys, you could do yourself a favor by just memorizing all of these. There's not one that's ever going to suck, right? I mean, these are going to be great songs till you're dead. So just spend some time with them, really, to get it, get them, as Amy says, where they're not first funeral dirges. Right? Dun, 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 really jazz them up just a little bit. Terry, hey, Terry's there tonight. I didn't see you come in, I don't think. Good to have you, Terry. Jazz, the new uke is playing beautifully. By the way, if you're at this level and you're playing your original ukulele, you've probably earned yourself the right to get a new ukulele, right? And you don't show up at this class on accident. This is hard going in. So if you are not playing on a fairly decent ukulele, give yourself permission to start putting money away to do that. So yeah. Jeanette, lovely way to spend the evening. So glad you were here, Jeanette, and I am going to remember where you're from next time. It's going into my memory banks. I can't remember what songs we played, but I can remember you people and where you're from, mostly, right? So thank you for being here, Jeanette. Hope you're staying warm up there. You're pretty far north. Deb, always fun. Deb, I got your email. I have not had a chance to write you back, and I apologize. Thank you for such a nice note, and I will send you an email back. Mame, good to see you. Glad you're here. Linda, sun is starting to set. Lovely ending. Oh yeah, right. Just sit on your balcony and play these tunes and let the sun set around you. Still too cold out, probably, to sit out on your balcony, unless you're Fran down there in Southern California. Then you're fine. But I think it was Nancy here. She's in Florida, so she can sit on her balcony and play jazz. By the way, guys, you're playing jazz. You can open it. You can open a bar downtown and serve martinis, and be the star of your own show. Let's see, John. Oh yeah, John. Good to see you, bud. Michael, glad you were here. I've been watching your Facebook adventures, and I'm concerned you're overdoing it. Mike just retired, and he's doing retirement the way you're supposed to do it, which is essentially to put your body at risk every single day. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all, Michael. It makes me nervous. Critter, ciao. See you tomorrow. And good to see you, Kat. Thanks for being here. Give Rob a squeeze, and I will see both of you guys tomorrow probably. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I'm going to pull the plug, and that's where we'll be.